Culture Warrior segment tonight, a big new movie called The Hunger Games, based on a best-selling book by Suzanne Collins, opens tomorrow. The film deals with teenagers forced to kill each other as part of a brutal competition in the future.
Each year, the 12 districts of Pan Am shall offer up in tribute one young man and woman between the ages of 12 and 18 to be trained in the art of survival and to be prepared to fight to the death.
This is the time to show them everything. Make sure they remember you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, Hunger Games rated PG-13. Here to analyze Tammy Bruce, who is in Los Angeles this evening, and Gretchen Carlson in Phoenix. So, Carlson, these are phenomenons. For people who don't know, there's a trilogy of these books where these kids try to fight for survival. It's an interesting concept, I guess. But some watchdog groups are very disturbing. Kids have nightmares and this and that. But it is a PG-13 rating. And you say?
I say it's PG-13 because they wanted this to be a blockbuster. This book, or books, were originally written for young adults in 2008. What's ended up happening is that they become all the rage for 10 to 15-year-olds. I have friends who have kids in that age. They do say that they do have nightmares from watching this. Come on, this is about America gone totally awry. And it's all about survival, and it's a reality show that's shown on live television where kids are killing each other. That's the point of this game.
Yeah, no,
it's violent,
the violent
it's violent from the very beginning.
Absolutely. The violent underpinnings of the books, and we assume the movie that opens tomorrow, are the controversy. And you say, Tammy?
Well, you know, it's very gladiator-like, this environment, and Gretchen hit it, is that it's one thing, you know, we're becoming desensitized to violence, but in this film, it's violence from child to child. You know, we think about tweens and the young adult book market. If parents are not book readers, they really don't have a sense necessarily of what this film is. So while it's PG-13, we know kids sometimes go alone, but parents have got to be ready to have a conversation with their children, because it's one thing to see adult violence, which is also very often too much, but the scenes in this involve spears and arrows and being mauled by animals. It's remarkable.
This for the parent, but you know that a lot of kids' parents don't care. There's a book, The Lord of the Flies, made into a movie, a British movie, violence, kids against kids, and there was an absolute message to that. I want my child to read Lord of the Flies. I want him to see that. Now, I don't know if The Hunger Games rises to that level. In fact, I would tell.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this, Bill. I would like to add that some conservative critics are now saying that maybe this is a good message because it's actually anti-government. And these conservative critics feel like we've had too much government over the last 3 years.
What the message, you know, to see if the kids are going to get the message. And also that there's a female heroine.
There's a female heroine, and instead of being a damsel in distress, she's actually out there doing something. So there are some good things potentially about the movie.
There are some benefits to it, but the other thing, the difference between a film and the book, you know, with books, you're limited, and actually you have to use your imagination. That's what we want for kids. When you talk about The Lord of the Flies, the imagination is there, and in a lot of ways you're limited by your life experience. When you put a child in front of a screen, it's going to be an entirely different dynamic, because then it's just that imagery coming in on them.
No, it's true, but they tamped it down because it would be an R if it was really in-your-face violence. All right, real quick on this one. 19 states allow spanking. Teachers can spank kids. 19, all right? Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Wyoming. And I think in Vermont, they allow the kids to paddle the teachers. It's a little liberal. It's the other way around. Okay. Now, I only have a minute. Carlson, are you for or against corporal punishment in school?
I don't think there's any place for this in school right now, and especially in some of these states, some of the parents don't even have to know about it before their kids might be paddled.
So no,
in 2012,
you say no corporal punishment.
I
Tammy?
really don't agree with it.
Well, look, I think every parent doesn't want their a bureaucracy, a bureaucrat touching their child, whether to remove them from a campus to have an abortion or to beat them up. So I think it's really about having it be in the parents' hands. Of course, it's archaic and needs to go.
Yeah, I don't see necessary. As a former teacher, I never laid a hand on any kid. There should be, if the kid's out of control, you got to isolate the kid in the school, and you got to call the parents right away, get the parents in there and say, this is the way. We can't have it, but hitting the kid doesn't really accomplish much. All right, ladies, thanks very much. We appreciate it.